guys, welcome back to another video. It is great to see you. Today we're going to be doing my first ever Stitch Fix. Today we are going to be unboxing my first ever Stitch Fix.
Stitch Fix box. Stitch Fix box.
Today we are going to be unboxing my first ever Stitch Fix box. If you have never heard of Stitch Fix, it is a clothing subscription box service. You can choose how often you get the box though. You can say like every 3 weeks up to like 6 months. The whole idea of Stitch Fix is that they have expert stylists on their team, real people that get assigned people who sign up for a box, and then based off of a quiz that you take when you first start your Stitch Fix subscription, they choose all the right products for you. So I started off by taking the quiz, and the quiz asks you about like your price range that you're comfortable with, and it asks you per category of clothing, which I thought was interesting. So it's like, how much are you willing to spend on shirts versus dresses versus accessories? And then of course it asks for your size in all different kinds of clothing, so like loose fitting clothes, dresses, whatever, pants, all kinds of stuff. And then just asks you a couple questions about your general style. It shows you a couple pictures of different kinds of styles, and you just say like yes or no, kind of like Tinder, like swiping left or right, just to say what does kind of interest you and what doesn't. I would say it's pretty in-depth without going full like Myers-Briggs. And then you can add like a written note to your stylist, which I did in case like the quiz doesn't cover certain things you want them to know. I don't know if I've mentioned this before on my channel, or if you guys follow me on Instagram have just picked up on this, but I am a very tall woman. I am 5'11", and my inseam is like around 35 inches. So I mentioned that in like a little note, just said, hey, I really am super tall. I'm 5'11". This is my inseam. They do ask you questions about that, but I just wanted to emphasize it. And then I also just kind of mentioned that I would describe my overall general style as being like elegant classic. Then a stylist is given a couple days, maybe up to like a week, to choose pieces that you're gonna like, and then they package them up and send them to your door. Each box has a styling fee of $20. That $20 does go toward what you purchase if you purchase anything. So if you purchase nothing from the box, you still have to pay $20. But if you end up purchasing, I don't know, like a $50 sweater, then you end up, that 20 goes toward it, and then you pay an extra 30. So I think I'm going to show you guys everything first, just like hold it up to the camera, give you my first impressions of what was chosen for me. Again, I have not looked at all at this stuff. I see like this bag here has a zipper, and it feels like shoes, which is really interesting because I definitely need some cute fall shoes. So I'm gonna set that aside, and I think maybe that is gonna be the last thing I open up. And then there is this. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 with the shoes. I will say that for most of the stuff, the price range that I listed is like $50 to $100. A few things I said like under 50 are just very, very cheap. I said that more so for accessories. So this first thing is like a nice, pretty blue. I like that with like brown hair. It's from the brand Kaylee. It's a medium. Oh, okay, this is a really interesting one to start with. This is like a jumpsuit. So you see it has like a little V, and then it has like a cinched waist. It has pockets, that's great. And then it has legs. Okay, I say this is interesting because I mentioned already, I'm 5'11", and I rarely find things like this that actually fit me. So my first impression of this right off the bat is one, that I love that it has pockets, but who doesn't love that? I also love the color. I feel like it's not too bright, and I like to have solid colors in my wardrobe. This could be really good because it could be both casual and formal. So if I put like a blazer with this or something and like a cute heel, I could totally wear this to work. I guess if I wore this to work, I would probably wear like a sports bra or a cami under it too, to like, so it wasn't quite as low in the bust. But then if I wanted to go out, I could wear it. This would be like a cute date night thing. I also am just someone who loves super flowy stuff. It feels really nice. It feels really good quality. Man, I'm already getting my hopes up. I really hope this fits. Interesting. Okay, so next is this like olive green shirt, I imagine. Oh no, okay, so it's like a little cardigan. So it doesn't have a button up or anything, but it has these long sleeves, and it's just open in the front. It feels pretty lightweight, but also like it could provide some warmth. I don't know if you can tell, but this is like the back of it where the nape of the neck would be. And it has this flap that goes forward, so it almost like is something you would pull up on your neck. I'm interested to see how that lays, because that might not be something I'm interested in. I don't know, this is a very basic piece. I feel like I would have to look at my closet and see if there's anything I could really pair this with. Since it's a block color, I probably could, but also I have a couple like sweater knit kind of cardigans that I think I might like a little more than this, but I don't have anything olive green either. So maybe for fall this will be good. we'll see if I like really love it when I try it on. Okay, next thing has this like nice floral pattern to it. Ooh, okay, so this is like a little cardigan cover-up thing too. A little bit sheer. It's got like lace detailing on the cuff and on the very bottom, like a 3/4 inch sleeve, or like it would hit me at my elbow maybe, but it's not super long. It feels like it would last a while. It feels comfortable for sure. The lace honestly doesn't feel like super flimsy by any means. I feel like I see what the stylist was doing here because it is a floral print, but it has very neutral colors in it that are probably gonna match with anything, like a little pop of color, which I actually usually like. I truly don't have anything like this. I can see wearing it with like a little black dress. I don't know if the stylist is trying to like give me stuff for a year-round style or if this is supposed to be kind of fall-y. I think you could make it fall-y, but it kind of hits you as like a spring item right off the bat. And then the last clothing item that came in this little wrap thing before we get to the shoes is, it looks like a dress. It's got this like cute little sleeve. It's got like a deep V. It feels super soft. It has a little tie sewn in. So it has like a place where you would kind of tie it off to the side. And then it has kind of like an A-line at the bottom. This feels super soft and again is something that I could maybe wear to work while also being a super cute dress just to kind of have. Okay guys, I am actually very impressed so far just in general with what kind of styles were picked out for me, but we're gonna go ahead and unzip the shoes. Oh my gosh. They're kind of like a soft matte touch. It's definitely coming across as gray on camera, but it has like a little bit of a taupey hue in person. I personally think that even though I'm 5'11", I should be allowed to rock whatever height of heel that I want. So I do that sometimes and I'll be like 6'3" or something walking around town. I don't see any problem with that. So I don't mind having a heel. I also like that this is chunky because that's gonna like help with balance. But the stuff that I do have that has a heel, I don't reach for quite as often just because it's a little bit more dressy or it's something that I can't wear all day long while still being comfortable. Like I can only wear it for like 4 or 5 hours before my feet really start to hurt. So again, I think I'm really gonna have to like these to keep them around, but I'll definitely try them. Also, something I want to mention just because I forgot and it's mentioned on here is that if you buy all of the things in any one box that they send you, if you just love all of them and want to keep them, you get a 25% off discount the entire order. I somehow doubt that I'm going to do that for this box, but I am excited to see what I like. So let's go ahead and try this stuff on. Alright guys, so we are back in average people clothes. Hold on a second, I gotta get some water. Yes. When I film, I usually turn the AC or the heat, whichever one, off so that there isn't a ton of background noise. And today it's actually kind of hot outside, especially for a fall day in Indiana. I'm kind of sweating. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that montage. Let's go ahead and discuss my thoughts on each of these pieces. I think I am going to return this jumpsuit just because it was riding up in the crotch. I could kind of pull it down to a point that it felt comfortable, but if I started walking around in a normal situation, like on a normal day, it would probably just end up riding right back up. I love the color of it. I love how flowy it is, but if it's not perfect, what's the point in spending my money on it? So I don't think I'm gonna get this one. So next I tried on the dress. I guess I kind of went out of order, but I did it because I just didn't want to keep the blue thing on while trying on the other cardigans. I felt like if this fit, that'd probably be a better base. This did actually fit really well. I liked how it kind of made the ladies look. It fit really beautifully actually. I think this was a really good match for me. The A-line was pretty. It's just, honestly, this is such a specific thing. I don't think I'm gonna get this one either, and it's because the red and black combination is not something I do very often. The funny thing is, red has always been a school color for me from like grade school through college even, and so maybe it's just because I've seen too much of it. I'm just not someone who wears like deep reds a ton, and I'm someone who does more like light, airy looks for the most part. It's not that I don't wear black. Black is classic, but overall, I don't see myself reaching for this dress a ton. I think the shape of it is even something I would wear in the future. I like the tie. It's very much me. I don't think I'm gonna keep it. The green cardigan is really cute. I could tell when I put it on that it was super warm, or that it would definitely be like a really great layer that feels lightweight but is going to trap some air in. As much as I love the feel of it and everything, I just have a few things like this that I guess aren't green, but I have a lot of like neutral browns and beiges with a texture I like a little more. It's nice. I just am not super interested in it. And a point I want to make about that is actually going to be easier to talk about in comparison to this. So this ended up surprising me, this little kimono cardigan thing, and I think I might keep this. Well, one, the thing that I was going to talk about with the green cardigan is that this has some detailing that frankly I never would have bought for myself. This seems kind of like frilly and girly. I am a very feminine person, I guess. I like dressing up and such, but this is just a little bit more like fairy-y than I would usually go for. That's kind of why I signed up for this box, because I wanted someone to pick something out for me that I might not think about getting normally, but might really add something to my wardrobe. I love the floral pattern. I love the lace on it. I like that it's not a stark white. I like that it's a cream. I think that just goes with my complexion a lot better. I just think that I seriously could pair this with so many things in my closet. I have dresses I can pair it with. I have shirts. It would look cute with a pair of jeans. If I throw booties on with it, I bet that this actually could be a fall thing if I wanted to kind of dress it up like that. I think this might be one thing that I definitely keep. And going back to that green cardigan, that's kind of the reason why I think I'm passing up on it. I'm looking for things that are a little more interesting to add to my closet, that are still going to be neutrals, that are still going to be staples that go with pretty much anything. But right now, as much as I love solid colors because they go with everything, it is a little boring to have nothing like this in my wardrobe, which is kind of where I'm at. And then the booties. They're very, very simple and basic. I like that they have a warm base on the bottom, just because I do have a couple like brown accents and things like that that I could pair with it in my wardrobe, and this would kind of tie in with it. The gray obviously is going to go with most things. I pulled two other shoes that I have that are like the closest thing that I have to this. This is a boot that I wear very, very often. It's all black, which is why I love it. It's got a zipper on the side just like this. It's got a chunky heel. I think it's actually the same height. And this is the only bootie that I own right now, which I don't know if that's, maybe that's a little crazy for 2020, booties are the thing, but this is just black, so it goes with everything. So I wear that for casual and formal things. I feel like I could dress it up or dress it down. And then this is kind of the thing that I go for when I'm dressing up a little bit more or want something to look a little more summery. So this is kind of like a velvety, soft touch like these booties, but it's got like a little peep toe. It's a nice nude shade. It is a chunky heel, so it's really comfortable in that way. Those are like the two nice pairs of shoes that I have. I have one or two pairs of flats and then flip-flops and like tennis shoes, running shoes. So I truly don't have anything that is this. This is very, very simple. It's a lot more streamlined, so it would be different from this bootie in terms of like detailing. It actually is kind of the perfect middle ground between those two shoes because it's a gray, it's not a nude, it's not a black. If this was a flat boot, I would 100% go for it because I don't have a flat boot in my collection right now, and they do exist, but this is like the thing right now. Like I said, I don't mind wearing things that make me taller, but it is also nice as a tall girl to have the option to go flat one day if you want to just not be 1,000 feet tall. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention, these also are like the perfect size for me. They fit great. This and the kimono are the two things that I'm really, really considering. I'm pretty darn sure I'm gonna keep this one. I feel like it's gonna be really not satisfying if I don't make a decision by the end of this video if I want to keep these or not. But let me go ahead and give myself some time. I'm gonna package up the stuff that I know for sure, like fold it all up and put it in that shipping package so that I can go drop it off later today. And then after I have a few minutes to think about it, I'll come back and let you know what I decide on the shoes. All right, guys, so I did package up the stuff that's going back. And I did put the shoes in there. I think the shoes are going back. The reason I decided that though is because honestly, how often I wear these chunky booties that I have, it's not too often already. And I think if I had another pair, I would start using these less and that one less. And I just feel like these are, although a little more intense and a little more like rocker chicky, they do still go with everything. So I am keeping this kimono. This kimono is the winner. This was $42 and I think it's gonna be worth it. So at least I got something. That $20 styling fee is gonna go toward this, so I'll pay an extra $22 since this is $42 and the original $20. I think it is time to wrap up this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching to this point. If you liked the video and you want to see more content like this, then don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and I will see you in the next video.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.